The Fogg-Lassen home near downtown El Reno was built in 1895. Its neoclassical design was the trademark of its architect Solomon Layton, who also designed the state capitol and the Skirvin Hotel in Oklahoma City. The gracious mansion was home to the family of the first judge in Canadian County after statehood. Judge Fogg was Charlotte Murphy's grandfather.
He taught himself the law. He took the bar exam and hadn't gone to college. Came to Oklahoma, took the bar exam again, and here he was, met his young Blanche that came up on the train, and they started their family.
Charlotte Murphy's father grew up in the home, and she remembers playing there when she was a very young girl. The family sold the house in the 1940s, and the once stately mansion was converted into apartments. Later, it sat vacant for years. She describes seeing the deteriorating home as heartbreaking and wishes her grandparents could see what she and her husband, Jim Murphy, have accomplished.
I kind of feel, that they would have been real thrilled with it. And it makes me feel good to think that they would have really felt good about what we're doing.
In 2007, the once grand mansion was placed on the list of Oklahoma's most endangered historic places. The lifelong El Reno resident says her husband Jim jumped at the chance to restore the dilapidated structure to its former glory.
It's the first time I've been able to have a place for everything, all my old stuff. I don't think there's anything in the house that's new. Every single, the piano, the furniture, all of it. We had brought it from another place.
The Murphys call the home's renovation, which began in 2008, an adventure. And where they have succeeded, many others have tried and failed. At least 3 previous owners abandoned the project when it just got too expensive.
My dad said, "Oh, please, just please ever please don't buy that house, because it saddles you with all kinds of stuff." So we just kind of ignored him and decided to go ahead and do it anyway.
Jim Murphy is a real estate agent who has construction experience, but the key to this historically accurate renovation came from an unusual source. Charlotte's aunt also grew up in the house and, despite suffering from Alzheimer's disease, maintains a photographic memory of the building. She drew a map that helped the couple rediscover hidden stairways and beautifully tiled fireplaces buried behind sheetrock.
She was here from the time she was, I think 18 months old. And she grew up here, and they had a ballroom up on the top floor. And when she was a teenager and a young college student, they had these big balls upstairs. People would bring their horses up in front of the house.
They even uncovered a secret tunnel that links the home with a neighboring house. According to the map, it was a storm shelter. When the renovation is complete, it will be the perfect place for a wine cellar. But for the Murphys, not only is the mansion an architectural gem, it's home. With their grandchildren just steps away, the couple says they aren't just preserving Oklahoma's history.
This was something I thought would really pass on to the children, the grandchildren. The fact that they did so much themselves to help us fix it up. So it's a kind of a legacy that I want to pass on. I'd like to pass on. We'd like to pass on.
While the couple continues to renovate the home, the community has rallied around their efforts, recently being honored by the group Preservation El Reno. The home was also placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 2008. For ONR, I'm Lori Rasmussen.